So, was anybody else labeled gifted early on in school, but found themselves struggling later on in life and has a strong affection to video games? Because apparently we're not alone.
Video games match the pace of the child, right? That's why gifted kids, in a nutshell, the reason that gifted kids get addicted to video games is one very, very, very simple reason. It can all be reduced to this. Games match the pace of the child and school doesn't. So you've got a kid, goes to school, gets a worksheet, does the worksheet. I still remember, I had this experience. I skipped the first grade. So this is what happened. I went to a school where, I'd do a worksheet and then they'd give me another one. And so my first day of first grade, I moved schools. I gave them, I got a worksheet. I did the worksheet. I gave it back to them. And I said, can I have the next one? And she's like, what do you mean the next one? It's like the next one, whatever's next. I'm done with this. We've got class for another 45 minutes. I'm done with this. Can I have the next one? And she's like, there is no next one. I'm like, what? And then it didn't take long where she gave me then she evaluated me and I got moved up a grade, but same problem there. And then eventually what heck is school moves at the pace of the slowest person. Now here's the really addictive thing about a video game. Now imagine you're just bored at school because it's moving at a snail's pace, right? Because there's other 6-year-olds and you're a 6-year-old too, and maybe you're a little smarter than the other 6-year-olds. Now enter a video game. What happens when you don't beat level 1? You replay level 1. And what happens when you beat level 1? You go straight to level 2. And if you beat level 2, you go straight to level 3. You beat level 3, you go straight to level 4. So games perfectly match the challenge that a human being is capable of, right? If you get stuck on a boss in Dark Souls, you don't get to move past the boss because your parents make a phone call to From Software and they're like, hey, my son is really good at video games. Can you please advance him past this boss and stick him to the next boss? It's you can't do that in Dark Souls. Dark Souls doesn't give a shit.
So do go watch the whole video on YouTube. It touches on a lot of important points. While it's great that there will always be kids that have a higher potential, it's important that we don't set them up with unrealistically high expectations and instead give them the support they actually need.